Hello viewers, today's video I'm going to show you how to remove the front panels and side covers on the brand new 2025 NC750X. So we're going to remove these panels all the way down here and the bottom panel here. That'll give us access to all your wiring all the way up and to your accessory 12 volt accessory plug, which is located down here. So we're going to start that today. So the first part, this part here, this section here and this section down is the same as the previous model NCs. So I'll go through that briefly, but the front of the bike is completely different, so be careful. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we'll open up the seat, gas tank and remove these two panels here. These are two 10mm bolts, so we'll just undo these. Okay, so they're removed. Okay, seat can come out. Okay, next we're going to remove this side panel. So there's two little buttons here. First of all, you just press in the center of the stud and that just comes straight out. There we go, that's one. The other one, it's like a Phillips head, but you can just twist it anti-clockwise. That releases that one and that'll just come out. So we remove those two. So the next part, all we have to do is just pull this panel off. So we just grab it, put your fingers in here and just pull it back, pull, and then from this side here and down here, this side comes out and this part here lifts up. So it's identical to the previous model, models, and you can see that it's only held on by the grommets, the rubber grommets here, 1, 2, 3, 4 grommets and one at the bottom. So it's quite simple to remove. So that's this one. And now we'll move up into the next part of the bike. So strictly speaking, this side panel here, we don't actually need to remove this to get to the electrics. But I'll do that last, and that way it exposes the whole side of the bike, just in case you want to reroute any wires from the front down to the battery. So what we're going to do is just remove this first, and then we'll work on the front, and then thirdly, we'll just take this one off. So these are 5mm Allen key bolts that go on the back of the cover here. So you just remove this. This is a short one, and then this one here is longer. So don't mix them up. So short, long, long, and the short again. And then these just come off. So you do the same on the other side. So down here you have a little plastic clip. You need to push that plastic clip button in the middle in. And then that plastic clip just simply comes out with your fingers. And then there's another one here. This one is long, this one is short. So it's the opposite to the front. Push it in, and just pry it out here, take it out, and then do the same on the other side. So it's long, short, short, long. Okay, so once you've removed all of those, it's just a matter of picking that off, pulling it out. That's it. There's no other clips that hold it. There's just a little ridge here on either side that just fits under there, but basically that's out. Okay, so now comes the scary bit. We're going to take this off. It's not that difficult actually. The old NC, you did it in different sections. With the new NC, the whole side comes off, which makes it a lot easier and a lot less scary. I am going to remove this silver bolt, but to be honest, you don't really need to because the whole cover, this shiny black and the red come off together. But I am going to just remove it just for the sake of, the reason why I initially removed it is I put a plastic washer on the bolt so it doesn't score the paintwork anyhow. So that's off. So I'm just going to video this by hand. This is the front of the bike. If you go under the bike, I'm going to shine the torch there. You can see it's just out of focus. Let me focus it. You can see there's the plastic stud there. Let me try again focusing. Sorry, it is in a difficult place. There we go. You can see that there's a little button there. So what you do is push that in and then just pull that little clip out. And that's at the front, very front of the bike there. So that's for the front side of the fairing. Excuse the wobbly camera there and the focus. So just where the indicator is, I've just got the flashlight on it. There's a tiny little 3mm hex screw that needs to come out. On the 2025 model, this whole section here comes off with this. So this indicator and this piece of plastic just here is part of this shiny black section of the bike. So don't try and just rip this plastic off. This part comes off together with this part. Okay, so let's just take this little 3mm hex screw out, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to pull this whole front section off. So what you can do is put your hand inside here and just break the seal along here. When I mean break, I just mean pry off the plastic. And then from here on, it's only rubber grommets that hold this whole section on. So you have to just pull and work your way around. This part here, let me just make sure that's in. I'll move the camera down a little bit there. So this part here will come off as a whole section. So just be aware of that. Sorry, my hand's in the way, can't help it. See, that comes off with the indicator. Plastic pulls forward, and that's the whole side cover. Everything comes off together. Okay, so that's there. You can disconnect the electrics from here, the indicator. I'm just going to hang the thing because I'm going to put it back on shortly. So now we're just going to do the last panel. It's held on by the same sort of hex screws as we taken out before. So there's one at the rear, okay, and then there's a small one at the front. I've taken this panel off previously, and I've also I've put a white plastic washer. It's made of plastic, doesn't matter what color it is, on there so it doesn't score the paint. So that's off. And then the last one, only one more, which is right down the bottom here. And then that's removed. And now there's nothing holding this on but just a couple of little grommets, and you just have to pull it off the seat there, and then that clips up. There is a connector on the back, but basically if you can just carefully hang it down. And we've exposed the whole side of the bike. I'll just move the camera back. There we go. So we've exposed it right down all the way back here, and your battery's just in through there if you need to get to it. So basically the putting it back together is just the opposite of this. Just to let you know, this is the actual connector here. It's right next to the coil, and you can actually pull that off. It's got two little squeeze connectors, and that'll just come straight out. There we go. That's your actual 12 volt DC. There's only two wires going in. So what you could do, if you wanted to, instead of using this connector, which is really hard to buy, you can just cut them off and put your own connectors on. But there's plenty of room on here. You can actually put a couple of different connectors on if you like, and run your 12 volt accessory power from here. This is just a dummy plug on the end, and that just comes off. You just push that in, and this little dummy connector comes off. But I'm not reusing this. I'm going to be cutting the wires off and putting my own waterproof connectors on here, and then just putting it back into the same place. So hopefully, for those of you looking for the 2025 model NC750X on how to remove the panels, well, you found it. Thanks very much for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.